You're kidding, right? Me wish a happy birthday? What's that? You're saying that if I don't, you're gonna tell Inosuke I'd like him? Happy birthday, Sean, and, I hope you have the best birthday ever. You're not gonna tell Inosuke about my feelings, are you? I mean, he's an idiot and everything, but he's a really cute idiot, and he's different and cute, but, happy birthday! Please don't tell Inosuke I like him.
Hey, Sean. It's your friend Barbara here. I hope you have a great birthday. Being 23 is amazing, you know? Well, I'm off to go to Teyvat with all my friends. And, of course, Trina's here with me, too. Thank you so much for supporting her all this time. Have an amazing birthday. Thank you.
Ooh. So, you're Manjiro's father? Happy birthday, man! No, seriously, happy birthday, Seanster.
And a very, very, very flashy happy birthday to you, my loyal muscle mouse. Happy birthday, Seanster.
And for your birthday, be sure to make personal chef lady make you a whole bunch of cupcakes.
Hey, what's up? This is Morgana from the Phantom Thieves, and I wanted to wish you happy birthday!
Happy 23rd birthday, Seanster, from the Water Pillar, Giyu Tomioka. I hope you have an amazing day.
Are you serious? You think that you could beat me? What's this? Oh, you want me to wish him a happy birthday? How pathetic! What's that? I can kill as many demon slayers as I want if I do. Oh, happy birthday, Seanster! Oh God, I gotta get all boss ready. Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
A second chance is given to those who could still redeem themselves after the wrong they have caused. But what if the most unforgivable of people were given a second chance, this time for the better? Eric Stevens Killmonger, a young man bred for revenge after his father was killed by the King of Wakanda, T'Chaka. As the years flew by, he lied, stealed, cheated, and done whatever he can, no matter the powers that he had, to overthrow the new King of Wakanda and reclaim what was rightfully his that was stolen from his childhood. But what if, after the climactic battle between him and T'Challa, Killmonger was able to be given one more chance to redeem himself? Follow me as we travel into this new universe and answer the question, what if Killmonger was given a second chance? While Killmonger's fate was sealed in the original timeline, in another universe, King T'Challa was able to give this young man a second chance. He told him to see the world, leave Wakanda, and when he is ready to return home, the doors to Wakanda would always be open to him. Killmonger felt that he had no right to go back, not after the wrong they caused. He left ashamed and without a purpose. He travelled throughout the world, contemplating on what was done and what was said, all of his anger, all of his hate, and all the questions that he had along the way. All of that was driven into his mind until he came to the West Indies, where he would find himself or someone beyond himself. But when Killmonger came to the West Indies, he found to be a place of desolation and enslavement. The townspeople living in disdain, in fear and in sadness. Eric could see right away that this place has seen much death, much destruction. However, he did not notice this alone, as he would eventually find a friend in a young girl named Yvette. Although Killmonger tried to push her away at first, Yvette told him that things were a lot more sinister than he believed. It appears that the mayor of the town that she lived in, Mayor Thomas Catesby, had signed a contract alongside a famous scientist by the name of Monica Rappuccini, who is right now working on creating a new machine that will enforce the safety and protection of the people, much like Tony Stark did before Ultron went berserk. Eric thought that this was ridiculous, but over time, the two managed to come close together, forming a friendship. But Killmonger, however, was finding it hard to accept that. Yvette was clueless about his intentions at first, or what he had been through. But then Yvette decided to invite him over to her house, for he was not the only one that came up ashore. For Eric Stevens Killmonger was about to come face to face with an unexpected new ally, Johnny Blaze, otherwise known as the Ghost Rider, who had just came back after a long session with the Rider. The Rider had sensed so much sinful intent in the West Indies, mainly from both Catesby and Monica both. And he also sensed sinful intent inside Killmonger too, which does go without saying. But in order to defeat both Monica and Catesby before their new project begins, Johnny suggests an alliance with the young friend from Wakanda. However, he flat out refuses, making it sure that he's going to do it on his own, much to Yvette's and Johnny's disappointment. And while his first attempt to stop him was successful at first, it ultimately led to failure, as Monica's new project, the Adaptoid, destroyed half of the streets on the West Indies. Eric saw the devastation, and for the first time in his life, felt remorse that his actions caused all this death. Johnny rushed back to Yvette, only to find that her body was burnt to a crisp and deceased. For the first time in a long time, Eric mourned the loss of someone that truly cared about him despite all that he'd done, though his troubles were far from beginning, as he was now standing before the vengeful hate of the Ghost Rider, who stood face to face with the man full of sin. However, he surrendered to the Rider, but only after, if they managed to defeat both Catesby, Rappuccini, and the Adaptoid, then the Rider can have his soul for an eternity of suffering in hell. The Rider seemed confused, at first anyway, but then they decided to form a temporary alliance to stop him, and this time, with the Adaptoid defeated, the alliance efforts was a success. And while Monica did retreat in the end of the skirmish of the battle, Catesby's soul was instead taken instead of Killmonger's. When he asked why, the Rider said that his soul was redeemed, but he will need to face a final test in Wakanda. The Rider leaves, and Killmonger ponders more, before eventually he comes to make a final decision. Many days have passed, but Killmonger had finally made it back to the gates of Wakanda. And while he was arrested by the Dora Milaje and sent to King T'Challa, before the king, Eric was about to meet his destiny. As T'Challa walked towards him, he placed his hand on his shoulder and said, "So you have found your place, cousin." The two would embrace, and a friendship and alliance was born. However, if Eric was going to stay in Wakanda, he made a little condition to T'Challa. He said that he'll only help Wakanda if Wakanda will help out the people in the West Indies after the destruction that was caused. Happy and in agreement, Eric and T'Challa had formed a mighty alliance. But this was not the end. T'Challa had then taken Eric to a new place in Wakanda where a new ritual was held, for allowing Eric to become something that's beyond even the powers of the Black Panther, and becoming a guardian to both Wakanda and the West Indies. During the ritual, Eric was able to meet his father and King T'Chaka in the afterlife. And all of his sins, all of his sorrows, they were all swept away with a one-to-one time with his own father. And when Killmonger arose, the Killmonger that we knew was long gone. Now, he helps the new Avengers, Wakanda and the West Indies, as a hero that will protect the world even if reality is at stake. Enemies of Wakanda, beware. The jungles belong to the Black Panther and the Golden Jaguar.